Hi everybody, Patrick here from PaintballProps.com, electroniclessons.com, and Engineeringshock.com. For those of you who have seen my previous Betty paintball time bomb props, this is the Betty 4.0, and this basically takes care of any of the complaints that I've had about the previous models. Now the Betty 3.2, it was widely successful, people liked it, their only complaint was they didn't like the printed circuit board keypad that I had to use with that specific model. So I upgraded the processor, and I've added in a matrix keypad that's mountable, and it's actually compatible with most matrix keypads. I'll be offering it with two different kinds, but this is the premium model right here. It's 16-digit. This is the Siren. Siren literally plugs into the board, whereas on the Betty 3.2 you had to screw two wires into a terminal block. Now it just plugs in and is removed easily for mounting. The Siren has a double-sided piece of tape on the back, so you just take off this little sticker and you can plaster it to something, or you can use the two mounting holes. Another feature, a new feature of the Betty 4.0 is that you power it on using a key. It comes with a set of two keys. You plug it in and you turn it to the right and you apply power. I've got a power supply applying power. You need 9 to 12 volts to power it. This is the power terminal block. This is the timer. This is the keypad. Here is the speaker. I've got the speaker on a piece of bubble tape, just so that it doesn't cause any vibrations against the table, because it's not mounted. I designed the electronics. You put it into your own set. That's where the savings come in. In any case, getting back to it, what you can do is you can program in a maximum game time of 99 minutes and 59 seconds, or anywhere in between. There are 3 tamper modes. There's a wire cut mode, and if you program in which wire, 1 to 4, is the deactivation wire. If you pull at any point one of the non-programmed wires, then what will happen is the counter will start counting down 10 times as fast. If you enter in an incorrect combination, the counter will start counting down 10 times as fast. If you have the sensitivity jumper enabled and you basically mistreat the Betty, you shake it, the counter will start counting down 10 times as fast. As soon as the counter starts counting down 10 times as fast, there's no way to disable that. And at that point, the only way to disable the system is to enter in the correct combination. So you can disable the vibration sensitivity by merely pulling this jumper out. And yeah, so it's very easy. I'll give you a couple demonstrations right now. So to power it up, I turn the key.
Program wire.
It introduces itself, says Betty, program wire. Now, if you don't have all of the 4 wires connected, and I'll show you how to connect those wires in a minute. If you don't have them all connected properly, the red LED will light up after it says Betty, and that's basically telling you make sure that all your wires are connected properly. So it said program wire. So at this point, wire 1 is on the left. They're labeled on the board here. Wire 2, wire 3, and wire 4. So what I want to do is I want to press either 1, 2, 3, or 4 to select which wire. I'm going to program in wire 1.
Ready clock.
Ready clock. So, in order to ready clock, what we have to do is we have to program in our time. Once we're done programming in our time, we press the 1 button to put us into the game. So in order to increment each digit, you tap this button here. You just tap it. In order to go on to the next digit, you hold the button. So I'm going to go all the way over to the leftmost digit, the tens of minutes, and I'm going to program in a value of 3. So I'm going to hold the button, hold the button, hold the button, and then tap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to press and hold the button one more time. Now I'm ready. So as soon as I enable this clock by pressing the button one more time, I press 1 on the matrix keypad, and that will enter us into game mode.
System ready. Enter combination.
Okay, so system ready, enter combination, we are ready to go. So at this point, because we didn't program in a code, we can program in a code per game, but the default code is *11, and that will deactivate the system. But just for the sake of seeing how loud the siren is, and I'm not sure how well the camera will pick up how loud the siren is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter in an incorrect combination.
Incorrect combination. Enter combination.
So it tells me an incorrect combination has occurred. At this point, the wire cut mode is out. No matter what you do, the wire cut mode will not do anything. Shaking the sensor if you have the jumper connected won't do anything. The only way to deactivate the system right now is to enter star number 11. But I'm not going to do that. At this point, you can continue. You can press another incorrect combination. It won't do anything. It'll just say incorrect combination, enter combination. So as you can see, it's counting down 10 times as fast. Now I'm not sure how well the camera is picking up that 7-segment display. Perhaps I should be turning off the light for that. But it picks up, I mean, my eyes can pick it up very well, but the camera might not be able to. So in a very short time, the alarm is going to sound. When the alarm sounds, the red indicator LED is going to turn on for about 5 seconds, at which point I can't turn it off. There's a minimum time that this siren will be on once the timer has run out. And the only way to stop it after that LED turns off, 5 seconds after the alarm goes off, is to press the 1 button. So at this point it resets. So let's program in our own code. What I've done for this example is I've placed a bit of a shadow over the top of my display here so that you can see it better. Again, you can see it perfectly in the light, but my camera's not picking it up very well because it's being multiplexed. In any case, if I want to enter in my own code, what I would do is I power it off, I power it on at the same time. Now this would all be mounted, and I hold down the 1 button.
Enter program mode. Enter combination.
So it says enter program mode, enter combination. So once I enter in a 4-digit combination, the green LED will blink and it'll tell me, okay, code programmed, enter, and then it'll start us over, which will allow us to program in our wire, enable our clock, etc. So I'm going to type in 5252. That's a new code.
Code programmed. Program wire.
So I'll mention this again, the speaker's a little bit louder, it's off in the background, it's not pointing directly at the camera. Okay, so it said program wire, we'll use wire 1. Ready clock. 10 minutes.
System ready. Enter combination.
Okay, so now we're back in scanning mode. So if I type in, by default, again the default code is star number 11, but I've reprogrammed it to be 5252.
System deactivated. Program wire.
So it resets because I deactivated the system. Okay, so program wire. I'll program in wire 4.
Ready clock.
Already the clock. It's very easy to use. 10 minutes.
System ready. Enter combination.
So at this point again, star number 11 is the only code that will deactivate the system. If I haven't done anything to trigger a fast countdown, then I can pull wire 4 to deactivate the system, and wire 4 in this case is brown, so you can cut it, because I'll be including a whole bunch of extra wires and they plug directly in the board. You can cut it or you can pull it. So let's pull it.
System deactivated.
System deactivated. Now you'll notice the red LED lit up. That is because wire 4 is not properly connected. So what I have to do now is plug it back in.
Program wire.
And it sets us back here. So, what about vibration mode? What I'm going to do now is I've taken the 2-pin jumper on the clock and I've shorted the two lines labeled VIB. So now I've enabled sensitivity. So if I shake the Betty bomb, the bomb prop, then what's going to happen is it's going to start the 10 times as fast countdown timer. So I'll power it up.
Program wire.
Wire 1.
Ready clock. System ready. Enter combination.
Okay, so what if I start shaking the clock? It starts counting down 10 times as fast. So at this point, pulling any wire isn't going to do anything. The only way to deactivate it is star number 11.
System deactivated.
Or the code you had programmed in.
Program wire.
So let's try that one more time.
Ready, clock.
I've chosen wire 1. Let's do 30 seconds. A game of 30 seconds. You wouldn't normally do that, but...
System ready. Enter combination.
So that even startled me.
Program wire.
Now I'm only using 9 volts on the power supply. 9 volts. I can pump that up to 12 volts and make the siren even louder, but the siren is so loud you will hear it from so far away. So you have the option 9 to 12 volts and it startles you. It literally startles you. I'm not sure how well the camera is picking up the noise, but it is extraordinarily loud. So just for the sake of doing that again, you have to shake it quite a bit. It's meant so that it's basically an extra. You don't have to use it. All you have to do is remove that little jumper, and it's just an extra feature. Just an extra feature. So if you want to cut a wire, let's cut a wire this time. It's the same thing as pulling a wire, but we'll cut a wire. Enter which wire. It'll be wire 1.
Ready, clock.
Ready, clock. We haven't entered in a custom code, so I'm programming in for 10 minutes, 10 seconds.
System ready. Enter combination.
So now sensitivity is disabled. You can throw your bomb around if you want. If I cut wire 1 in it, sorry for the shadow, it's necessary so that you can see the countdown timer. So I'm just going to cut wire 1.
System deactivated. Fatigue.
So that's it. Your key lock will have a screw with it so you can mount it. I'm going to turn off power now. And it'll come with 2 keys. I'm going to get rid of this piece of paper. And of course it will come with extra wire if you want to cut. I don't suggest cutting, but what I'll also be including a diagram showing you if you want to raise these wires off the board and maybe place it on your own terminal. It's actually very easy to do. You just need to need a terminal of your own choice, and I will have a diagram available on the listing for this that shows you how to wire up your own wire cut setup external to the main processor board. Long wire cut wires will be again included. I just tear one off. And all I have to do is replace the cut wire. And then I can power it up again with my key. So when you buy the kit, what I will do is one of the things I will offer is I can already solder this switch to the main board and test it for you if you'd like. All of these switch cables or modules will be tested prior to shipment, or what you can do is I can provide the wire and I can provide all the hardware. You mount it and then you connect the wires, because that will make it easier for you. For test, all I need to do is short those 2 pins, and you don't even need to use this if you don't want to. There's 2 pins right here labeled K1 and K2. Use a thick piece of wire, short them, and you don't have to use the key if you don't want to. But this keypad is nice and reliable. The flow of the program is easy to follow. You don't even need the speaker. If the speaker annoys you, if my voice annoys you, just remove it. You just need to pop it out and rely on the LEDs to get you through the program. It's very easy to use. Again, the siren comes out. Place your finger on the relay and insert it back in. Your siren is enabled. Everything has mounting holes. The processor board has mounting holes. The counter board has mounting holes. The keypad has 4 mounting holes. And this, I'll be giving the dimensions of the key slot, has a screw. The screw isn't shown here, but the screw, you basically drill the right hole, place it in, use the screw to mount it properly, and then you do your wiring. The power supply pins are labeled V+ and ground. You can use a battery, but you want to make sure that you're not using just a standard 9-volt battery. 9-volt batteries are horrible for power. You want to use absolute minimum 8 volts, absolute maximum 12 volts. So there you have it. This is an introduction video. I just wanted to give you an idea of what was all included. This is by far the best Betty time bomb prop that I offer, and I'll have it up very soon at Engineeringshock.com and Paintballprops.com. And in the meantime, if you are very interested in this, message me and I'll custom build one for you immediately and have it out the next day. So thanks for watching, everyone.